I was on a bus, and somebody bought a boombox on the bus, and they had a copy of that live show he did, and he did this cut, and I'm saying to myself, I know this dude is not cutting. That got to be some kind of machine. I couldn't believe it, man. Yeah. And when I realized he was cutting, so I'm gonna learn how to get that cut. The boys, man, you ain't gonna learn that. You know me. I'm gonna learn how to get that cut. Within 3 weeks, I was like, and they were like, yo, how you doing that? I said, I can't tell you the secret, man. I learned it though.
Yeah.
And you know, eventually cats learned how to do it in 09. But I was one of the first to bring the transformer to radio in Boston. Nobody was doing that on the radio, and I brought it in. It was, you know, and dudes lost their mind. So, hey, you know, I've been doing it for a minute, man, and it's a lot of love, man. It's about advice, man. I love doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, that's good. Well, we're gonna end it right here. That's probably enough right now for the first segment. But we'll be back right after this.
617, y'all, the show for real.
What up, Boston? We back again.
The
show 617, back with T Clock for the second segment. It's called What It Is.
What It Is.
Alright. So here's an interesting question for you. Let's see if you can name your top 5 songs you're listening to right now. You know.
At this particular moment?
Yeah.
In the car?
Yeah, that seems to be where the question ends up the most, because it seems like, you know, most people listening to their more personal music in the car.
Yeah. I mean,
so basically, I think we should probably change that question up. What's your top 5 songs you listen to in your car?
Me, man, I run the gamut, man, in terms of when I get in my car, what I want to listen to. It's all about the mood I'm in. I mean, because from a music point of view, I've listened to and I love music so much. I listen to so much music, man. Like I might get in the car one day and want to hear a couple of breakbeats. I'll put on an original song with a breakbeat in it. Then I might get in the car and be one of the movies, man. Seriously, throw on some disco. I got the satellite. I might listen to a little disco. And I might want to hear some old school hip hop, man. And I'll get in and throw some old school hip hop. I want to hear some, you know, classic Lost Boys or some classic Biggie or take it back further than King T or somebody like that. And then it just depends on the mood I'm in, man. So top 5, it runs, man, the gamut, man. Like when I leave here and I get in the car, man, I might want to hear something classic and throw on a old school joint, old school Jay-Z or something like that. It just depends, man. I'm real moody with my music when I get in my car, in my personal space, man.
Okay, I see. A lot of DJs have problems with that question too. Okay. So what are your current plans you got running right now?
You know, I'm staying busy with the club thing, man. You know, I mean, trying to provide entertainment for people in Boston and the right type of entertainment, man. You know, we don't own anything. So unfortunately, I mean, we got to go and get scraps, you know. Can I borrow your spot for a night, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, like my man Jeff, Progressions in Brockton, man, I love what I do with him because he's a minority owner. He owns Progressions. You don't see that too often. That's how you do. So, you know, it's about ownership, man, and I'm just staying busy, man, in these clubs, man. The Blue Wave, minority ownership, you know what I mean? And I'm up in there with these dudes, and we got a successful night going. It's a nice venue, the whole nine. So, quality entertainment for the people of Boston, man. We've been missing it for a minute, man, and it's harder now without radio. You know, we don't have a commercial radio station in Boston that caters to us. You know, you got that other station, but you don't have these stations like we used to have, like when I used to work at 97, when I used to work at ILD. We don't have that anymore, man. So we need some kind of some type of venue, man, because it hurts business. It hurts us as people in terms of what's going on. You're kind of out of the loop, and we got to get that back too, man. We got to get a station back here in Boston, man. That's gonna cater to us, and nothing small, man. I'm talking big. So you know, I'm staying busy doing the club thing, man, and you know, hopefully one day somebody will come up in here, man, and gonna start a brand new radio station again, and stay committed to it, and we make it happen. And they do, they knock on my door, you know. And outside of that, you know, and I need to make moves myself to try and help that happen. And that's one of the goals, man, with some of the connections I got. So we're staying busy, man.
Yeah, I see. That's a good plan. So Have you been in any shows lately?
In or just been to?
How about even like battling? Do you like battle DJs or anything like that?
No, you know what, man? Way back in the day, I was into that, man. But I'm not even into the battle thing anymore, man. And then it got to the point where I was just so focused being on the radio, I didn't really have time to get into the battle thing, man. I used to focus on, because DJing on the radio, two different things. If you battling DJ, you're showing, you got to show, you got to be a showman. Whereas you can get away with a few extra things when you're on the radio because people are listening to you, they don't see you, there's no visual. And so I concentrated on more just the radio aspect of it, it's not the battling aspect of it, where you got to have the tricks and all that. I used to have the tricks back in the day, but when you stop doing them, man, it takes a long time to get them back. And I ain't gonna lie to you, the trick part of it, man, I stopped doing that so long ago, man, I couldn't even get back to some of the tricks I used to do.
I know how it is. So, we're gonna ask you what's popping you, but you already covered that ground with the shows and whatnot. The spots you DJ at, New Wave, Progressions, Brockton.
Got some more spots coming down the pipe too, man. We're working on hitting the spot down the Cape. We're also working on a spot in Randolph. So got some more things in the works, man. I'm just staying busy. And then we talked about the technology aspect of it, man.
Yeah.
We can get into that if you want to, because technology, man, with this DJing thing right now is good. Somebody asked me that not too long ago, and I said it's good and it's bad. It's good in terms of cats like myself who've been in the game for a long time. We no longer
not even turntables, really.
Yeah, CDs now.
Those old record players, you stack like 10 records on.
Oh yeah, one of them old school joints, man. But you know, I can go to a spot now, man, and bring 10,000 songs with me. I ain't gotta carry crates no more.
Yeah,
that's the good part about it. But the flip side, the bad part about it is, you know, what took me years to build, a cat now can go out, buy himself, go to a guitar center somewhere, buy himself 2 CDs, 2 CD players, laptop, get the Serato, call his man up, yo, I need some joints, his man send him 3,000 songs, he got a library, now he calls himself a DJ. I mean, you know, that's just the good and the bad of it, man. You know, when I was coming up, man, you know, there wasn't a million DJs, man. You know, I had cats used to crack jokes on me, man, you know, because you know, they'd be out there doing what they do, and like, yo, I gotta go home, and I'd go to the crib, hit the power switch, man, throw the 2 turntables on, hit the mix up, hit the tape deck, boom, 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 make a quick tape for myself, man, and just listen to what I did and all that. And they, you know, my boys had jokes, but the joke was on them later on, because I used to tell them all the things you used to crack on. Now y'all coming to events that I'm doing, and in some of these events, I'm making more in one night than probably do all week. Same ones that used to crack the jokes, you know what I mean? And they stopped cracking them jokes real quick because they're like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? I stayed focused with it, but I don't want to get off track. The technology aspect of it, again, is good and it's bad. And like I said, it took me years to build my library for hip-hop, man. You know what I'm saying? My records, man, took years. And it wasn't a case of having somebody send me stuff. I used to go to the record store, sit in the record store for 3-4 hours, listening to stuff. I had to pick, give me that. No, I don't want that. Give me that, give me that. And then you had to spend your hard-earned money. Whereas nowadays, yo, dog, send me, you know, 15 songs. Man, get online, click a button, boom. I just send 15 songs to my boy, simple as that. So, you know, that's the aspect of it. And then, you know, you run into some of these, like I ran into a promoter who hired a cat simply because the cat said, I got a library of 10,000 songs. I said, so you hired him because he said he got 10,000 songs? I said, I don't care how many songs, you ain't gonna use 10,000. You ain't gonna use 100 songs maybe in the night. It's not about how many songs you got, it's how you use them. You know, and he comes back, man, you know, a month, 2 months later, like, man, I had to let you go, man, because he just didn't know what he was doing. I said, you can't hire somebody because they say they got 10,000 songs. You gotta hire them because they're good or they're not.
They're a good DJ, that's the question.
There you go. So I can come to you and tell you, I got 10,000 right now, and then I got another 30 at the crib. So what? When you get in my club, make sure you spin the right 100 songs that my crowd is moving. If not, I can't use you. And that's what it's about, man.